Today, OMiT Rafi and RARA further discuss the multiple accounts linked to his organization. RARA's channel has been linked in the description below, and please let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I went back and looked at one of these accounts, right, that you were saying wasn't yours.
Which account isn't mine?
I'll show you right now.
I'm in your stream, so you can just put it live on stream.
Yeah. It's the 4007898.
The one that somebody logged onto yesterday and left Walmart a nice little message in the clan tag.
Let's see if I can see that. Yeah, see it logged on. And it says PUSC. Pussy. Yeah, I do see that.
I love how you fucking read that.
Yep.
Why'd you say it like that?
You gotta inflict a little bit of damage when you do it. Well, listen.
Dude, yeah. We've all been sitting on this and how do I say this? Kind of laughing, but also not like really stressing about it. Unfortunately, the reason I didn't join you in stream yesterday is because we were talking illegal, and it comes to a point in time where you kind of just gotta rock with it. Sure, this is my account. Caught in another lie. Do a little red balloon that pops. It looks like the it version of God knows somebody that just learned how to edit. I just don't. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I can log into this account. It's not ShadowBanned if we need to. Somebody else, logged into it from.
No, I get it's not permad or shadowed or anything.
Not permad. Look at the stats.
It played yesterday. I'm just saying, like, looking. You can now link that account, which you were saying it's not me. But then I went back and saw Unnerved's stream, who is just a random you queued with. You talking in game chat. Like, I have clips of that.
Okay, so cool. Am I in jail?
No, listen. Okay. I'm just saying, is there anything else you want? This is the first thing that came forward, right? Where you said, no, it's not mine. Right? I'm only claiming the one account. But now we've linked you to a second. It's not going to be hard to do it with another one, with a random who streams or something else.
There's so many different names. That
doesn't deter me, though. That's why I'm saying it.
Whatever. Yeah, no, like, do what you need to do, but there's nothing that's going to be found, man. Like, you guys can do your thing, but there's just like nothing for me to really stress out about. Like, that's at the end of the day,
I understand that
you're saying
content.
You guys can keep posting whatever it is that you want to post.
I mean, listen, you know me. I'm someone that's very straight shooting, doesn't fucking jump around and fucking talk bullshit and do opinions only. I talk facts. I scan a PC. If I find something, it's a fact.
Wait, time out. You should do like an edit where somebody tries to make it movie relevant, like what this hacker editor is trying to do from wherever it is that he's from.
I mean, listen.
At the end of the day, listen.
He provided the evidence.
I have access to the account. I have access to my OG account that's also not permad. The one account, I guess there's 4 in question. The 4.351. Like whatever. Like if I need passwords to specific accounts, cool. Like call it a scheme, call it whatever you want. At the end of the day, if I'm tied to Permabanned accounts, okay. If I am tied to accounts that aren't Permabanned, okay. Like I don't know where to really drive that from. I think at the end of the day, I did find out some information, and there has been steps taken, but I can't speak on that publicly per legal. But yeah, I'm glad that we did this in general, just because I didn't realize some critical information that was going on, and why it is that those accounts are where they are. Like you said, it wasn't really that hard to
relink,
track down.
Yeah,
it really wasn't. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that we choose to do with the organization is going to stay within the organization, and decisions are being made, and repercussions or not are also being made. But Yeah, I mean, you guys, not saying you guys as in like bunching them with the rest, because to be honest, at the end of the day, regardless of how much respect I showed, you saw what was tweeted today from Bad Boy's
No, I
account.
haven't.
And
No,
you know,
wait,
like
I
that was
haven't.
kind of like that kind of was like the final straw of me trying to
What did he
at
say?
least be open and discussing what it was. You can look at it for yourself. I don't really want to
No, I understand.
self-promo it, but at the end of the day,
Oh, that's
you know.
fucking. See, but this is the problem, and this is why I don't affiliate myself with them. What I'm saying to you is like, what I care about is getting the truth across from the beginning to the end. And
Sure.
you can, you know, I get people are gonna try to lump me in with them, but
Yeah.
I know that that's not the case either. I'm far from
No,
that.
I mean, I wouldn't be calling you during tournaments, which
yeah.
you're still on standby for that stuff. Like, at the end of the day, people look at it from face value. I realize that there's some people that are just going to be obsessed and have my name deep in their throat for a while, because it's getting them views and followers, and that's how they hopefully end up monetizing. You know, that Tonezilla guy's been asking and begging for Bad Boy's attention on his hands and knees for quite some time now, in between selling houses. So it's kind of like, I don't know what it is that we frankly just don't care. The noise that he's going to make isn't going to change anything, because all of my players are legit. All of them are open, and we've discussed internally to, you know, getting PC checked and us taking steps, because I do care about the integrity of what that is at the end of the day. Like, if there is a player that's doing something suspect, they're cut. And I'll keep repeating that. I'm allowed to say that publicly and openly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, and that's the right way to handle it. I'm more curious why you lied to me about the 4 accounts.
What do you mean?
Because you said you didn't know anything about these accounts, but then after we got, you know, to today,
Me owning them and me having access to them are two totally different things, in my opinion. The one and only that I sign into on Battlenet is the one that's not permabanned. And that's really what I'm going with. Like, I'm not, you know, like if you talk to anybody, I'm a bot, man. I'm a 2KD bot. Like, there's no time for me to be getting on and doing all that shit.
But you're forgetting, I'm not saying you're the person cheating on it. I'm not saying that you're the person that ever cheated on it. You know,
there are definitely people that are using either accounts that I have access to, but the accounts that have been playing with players are ones where players might have felt comfortable playing with said person, which should not have been the case. So, like, even if there are accounts that are shared based off of ShadowBanned stuff, at the end of the day, we cannot be risking people getting ShadowBanned. Well, ShadowBans are going to happen, but permabanned, because that is, and they know this, if you get permabanned, you are going to get kicked off the team. And you're probably going to be labeled, your career's over, you're not monetizing, you're not playing, and you're back to your 9 to 5 of whatever that may be.
Okay, but so I love what you're saying. I think it's all fucking good things to say, but I gotta hammer this home for you, because I think that we're still missing you know, the most important fact of this, right? Is that you're saying this main account that you have, that you play with every day, that you've had from the beginning, that was playing with Porky yesterday when you were working. I get all that, right? This is the account that's your account. That's not permabanned and not shadowbanned. And it's shared with players. The other account that we talked about yesterday, the 4007898. The reason I'm bringing this account up is literally I have footage of you on that account, different account, talking, playing with Clutch W, in a random queue from Nerve's point of view. So that account is now officially linked to you. Only played 2 seasons, Vanguard 1 and 2, right?
Cool. Okay.
Now that's fine, because you could say, you know, first of all, I don't see a ban behind that account. You know, it literally played yesterday, so I'm not bothered by that. But what I'm saying is originally you said I have no idea about this account. That's the part that disappoints me. You didn't say, oh, I know about this account, it's only played 2 seasons because I had to make it because another player was using my account. It was a question mark. So now when I'm saying following that, right, is, yes, I can only do so much research using COD Tracker and streams, right? And I'm sure if all the VODs are deleted and no one has clips, I can't find it. But
you'll find something. You'll hear my voice in something playing with these guys. I'm not saying that I don't play.
But no, I'm saying on these other accounts, these other two that are 100% permit.
Yeah, you might want to keep looking because you know that there are people with way more time on their hands than you that are going to find stuff before that. And guess what? We're going to rock with it. At the end of the day,
all right, so why play this game?
Whatever's going to be found, find it.
Why don't you just say it then? I don't get why we're I mean, we could play the game of you know, search and destroy here, or you can just say what's going on and then fucking move on. You know, it's like
what's going on with what specifically?
With the accounts, because it's like Hex says, man. You know, you don't have to be the best player to own an org. You don't have to. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't get why. You know, there's now you're saying go and find the stuff about this account, and then once it comes up, then we'll talk about it. Like, why not just fucking air it all out, get it done?
There's nothing to air out. That's the point. At least when it pertains to me playing this video game, or being involved with people that play the video game on OMiT. There's nothing to air it out. So,
can you give me a straight answer then that you've never played on those accounts?
On which accounts? On
the other two that are permabanned, that I'm gonna look into. Because I didn't even look into those yet. I've been on the subathon for the last 4 days.
Can you show me them again?
Sure, hold on.
Oh, also, I wanted to ask you this. Let's not hold on to that thought because people are fucking weird and they think I try and derail you.
Yeah.
If somebody opens Valorant in the middle of a tournament, would that pick up malicious software? Because I'm trying to get somebody to do that in the next tournament that we're partnering with a big brand.
Possibly. I don't know much about how the what's it called? The Vanguard anti-cheat works. My understanding
now we're involved with these like this hacker community, right?
Yep.
And one of them actually DM'd and said, "Hey, just trying to be helpful. Something that should be tried should 100% be opening up Valorant because of their anti-cheat. It goes into their folders, subfolders, whatever the fuck."
Well, here's the thing. I think that's a good idea I don't know if it'll do anything for injecting. If they start the
define injecting.
So there's a process of injecting cheats onto your PC. And the reason we had people launch Face It, right, before they would start their game is because if you launch Face It first and we see you restarted your computer, you launched Face It, and then you launched the game, you could not have injected your cheats into your PC.
Right, but Valorant checks all of that. Like everyone hammers in how amazing that cheating program is. Like how there's not cheaters that sneak by, and if they do, they pick it up.
It's not going to stop the inject. At least from my understanding, I could look into that and get back to you. But my understanding is that it'll just like ban you in Valorant, you know, if you were mid-game. It's not going to do anything for the inject. Face It will literally stop an inject. So but it doesn't stop all of them. It just stopped a lot of main brands. That's why we were saying, okay, use Face It before you start your game so that we can prove that you're not cheating. That was before we did more research on how to even just like look at a PC. But
I'm just trying to find, because I know for a fact, and it's a big name that people are like sussing. And that was just like a way, because it gets into every tournament. If there was a way that, because PC scans are only so much, right? If there was a way that specifically opening up Valorant would pick up any sort of malicious software, but I guess we can just look into it. But anyway, let's get back to this. So this specific account, the 4.35, dude, I'm gonna be honest because I've been 100% straight shooter to you. I would honestly have to go in and look at the COD tracker and see if I've specifically played with these players on this specific Permabanned account. What is the second one? So the second one was my original account. That one was all the way back from the Ohio State. That was my original account. When
I go to seasons and then I go to season 6 in Black Ops, I believe. This is the part where it gets confusing. You played with yourself and SKV, which you told me SKV was a friend. Was he ever signed to OMiT?
No. He was the closest that he got to OMiT was, and you can actually backtrack this, was I wanted to hire him on the business side just because he's really only a 2.86. Still a good player, very good player, but he wasn't really on the earnings list. And that's how it is that we recruit, by the way. Like, we recruit based off of, we're a very competitive team. So like, I'm signing people like Hadzi Jr. and IQ and Base God Xenon and Gooey and Crinks, like players that are really competitive. So this specific account, I have 1,000% played on. I used to play with FaZe Santana, Repulse, Lucky. Like, this account was my OG account when I used to stream. If you remember, when me and you used to stream and run into each other.
Yeah.
This was 100% an account that I used to play on, but then got passed around so many fucking times. And we found out how this one got to where it is.
But not
as well as the other one, as well as this one.
But not the 4.3. The 4.3 is not that one.
This one specifically also got banned from the same root of the issue. So that's as much as I can say without legal really fucking hammering me.
Yeah. So 429 is your OG, which I knew that from, obviously your Twitch name, but also just who you played with. We ran into each other a lot. I've seen your name a million times back then.
Yeah, but back when I was, so that was this account was when I had gotten laid off from Hypebeast, if you remember, and I had started streaming. I had huge success in a short amount of time streaming, 3,000 subs, what the fuck ever, partner numbers. But for a year, I was unemployed and I decided to be a content creator. So like, anybody looking at me and saying, you're not honest, whatever, you're not open, you're a fucking liar, like fraudster, FBGG guy tries to say, there's nothing for me to hide about this shit. If you look at the stats, if you look at this specifically, the best season that I had was season 4. No, I guess season 6 was really when people started picking it up. But we have found the root of the issue of what this is, of this account specifically, and the other one that players were playing on as well. So yeah, that's like the truth and the reality of the situation.
All right, listen. I just need to make it very clear to you that we've had different truths since the other day. Well, yesterday's phone call. That's why I need to hammer this down. Well,
I don't think so. The only discrepancy was me saying that this account that I have access to, that we logged in to basically troll and give more content to someone with less than 500 subscribers on YouTube, trying to make a career out of all this, was the only non-truth discussed in that one call between you bad boy.
Well, no, I'm fine.
Myself.
I'm fine with that. But what I'm saying is that originally you said this one account, the 7507, was the only account you've had, which has been around.
That is the only account that I claim and own.
Right, but it's been around since season 2, right? Okay. At the same time as your main account that you just said was my main account, right?
Okay.
This one, which is the 429,
which is not inaccurate. I don't have access to that account. I don't play on that account.
Okay, so whose account was this when you were playing on that one?
Whose account was what?
The 7507, the one you claimed yesterday.
Both. I've been playing on both of them specifically.
So then,
poo-poo, all that. Like, I mean, again, shared accounts from a while ago, but there's nothing that you're gonna catch me that was a lie besides, which isn't really a lie, saying that there was an account with a 0.8 KD that isn't that.
All right, so Rafi, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Ready? Yeah, you may like be with this and like this, and you may not. I know every account that's ever been stolen. All right, now hear me out. I have access to the list of every account that's been stolen by both. Well, I'm not even gonna say who it is, but they have all of them, and they share their lists of accounts. I can talk to them and ask them for if this account was ever bought.
Ask them.
Okay, that's first off. That's the first thing I need to ask.
Please.
Okay.
And make sure that you timestamp this so that you can DM me later and say, understood. This wasn't stolen. This wasn't bought.
Yep.
Please.
Because the reason I say that is when you look at it, it's like, why was this account under the name JJAYE? And
that's fine. Tell them.
But I mean, what was the
Clutchbuck is my boy. Like,
but what was the significance
totally
of JJ?
There's no rhyme or reason. What you just said, what you just insinuated, in a way, Rara, was that I stole this account or that I bought this account.
Right. No, I 100% did.
Or that it was stolen or whatever. So go through your lists, scrub it, go through Activision IDs, whatever the fuck, and then DM me and say, cleared. There's nothing here that's how do I say this? I've rested easier the last 24 hours than I did the first 24, because while we think that the hacker community might be a joke, it's not necessarily a joke when it first comes to you, regardless of whether you're clean or not. And every creator feels that way.
Oh, trust me, I've been sus.
In a way where it's like, but the thing is, for me, it's on another level, right? Where it's like, I'm an org owner, this is a business. But then what I get worried about is like, I can't guarantee that everyone that's ever been associated with my org hasn't done something, or that there's not skeletons in the closet of something else, because I don't live with them. They're all nationwide and they're all their own people. So like, my accountability is to make sure that we're holding the integrity of the game and that they're actually fulfilling their duties and their contracts, right? Which clearly state you cannot cheat in this game. So that's it.
Yeah.
If there's anything else outside of that, bro, hit me up on DM. But like, I'm probably going to be zipped up with lips sealed moving forward, and I've been told to just completely ignore and keep moving with what it is that we're doing.
So that's it.
Me and you can keep talking about it, but it's not going to be something where I'm gonna not have legal involved, just simply because of the things that popped up today and some of the allegations being made, as well as the usage of what it is that we're doing. Okay,
because I want you to know, when it comes to all this, I don't have like a bias, and if I do find something that links you to something, I'm gonna have to make the video.
Of course. No one's telling you not to. Do what you need to do, but
I know, I just want to make it clear to you that
we're gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. And that's been very much hammered in my mind, because there's nothing that doesn't protect the organization.
Right.
One way or the other. You find one of my players is cheating or has been cheating since the day that they've been signed, they're handled accordingly. And that's it. We keep moving.
All right. Well, then that's all I got to say. We've got the 2 counts that you said you didn't, but now you do, and the other 2 we're gonna look into, and then we'll talk from there in the DMs.
Sounds good, homie.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Later.